Hey guys, welcome to the 90-Minute Club at the 90-Minute Club. Hashtag 90-Minute Club. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube as well. Before we start, I want to give some shout outs as well. I want to shout out Tri-State Napoli from Tri-State Napoli Club. They had their meet when they faced Atalanta. What a fantastic game that was when they won 2-0. Goes by Cavaschelli Ramani. A big shout out from Gaetano Solazzo that invited me to that meet. That was fantastic. Check out their meets as well on their Instagram and Twitter page as well. Huge shout out to Dylan and Anthony for supporting the 90-Minute Club, my two members on my page as well, for posting their videos and their reactions as well. Anthony posted his yesterday of Inter winning their game against AC Milan, and Dylan posted his about Argentina winning the World Cup as well as Sal. As well as Salvatore, his video reached 10,000 views as of yesterday. Lucas's video on the New Jersey Devils reached about almost 1,000 views. We are joined by a very special guest. His name is Vittorio from Tifosi Napoli Club NJ. We are very happy to have you, Vittorio.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime. So how long have you been a Napoli fan for?
I didn't have a choice. My dad was a Napoli fan, so I was
same. Me too.
That was it. But you know, it's as you get older, you're able to make your own decisions. But I never chose another team. You know, you realize it's like a religion. So you
of course
stick with it. You stick with it. And it was great. So I was fortunate enough to be like. I was born in '77, so I was like 10 years old when they won the first one.
Wow.
Yeah, so I kind of kind of remember that. 90 was a little bit. I remember a little bit more, But that's and now it was I got to celebrate my own son, which was great. And
that's awesome, man. Yeah. Congratulations as well. I've been a Napoli fan I guess since seeing my parents grow up. I'm from Mondivroce, which is a town in Naples, just like you, right?
Yeah, we're from the same. Our parents.
Yeah, we're from the same town. It's crazy. I had no idea what a small world, but I don't know. Growing up, when you're in Naples, you live in Naples, and that's how I always I always see it. But just nowadays you're seeing a mix, but. I remember my first match I watched live. Remember it was Bira Moretti. Remember Bira Moretti? They had yeah. It was Napoli. No, it was Napoli, Inter, and Juventus. I still can't forget. It was my first time seeing players like Calaiol. Lavezzi's first year. Amsic, Yetso, and ever since that day, I don't know, just the fans, everything else. I've been a fan ever since. Yeah. It's been an amazing thing.
I think that's when it hit me too. The first time I got to I got to see a game in the stadium is when it actually like hit me. Like wow. Like just wow. You know what I mean?
Am I there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why am I
and we are joined by another guest. His name is Tony or Antonio. How should I call you? I'm sorry.
Either one. I go by Tony, but Antonio is fine too.
Our first question we have for you, Tony, is how long have you been a Napoli fan for?
Well, that's an easy one. That's ever since my dad forced me to when I was first born.
There you have it.
Yeah,
there you have it.
That's a layup.
Same. That's why I feel like everyone. Same answer.
Yeah, it's different for us because you don't really meet many Napoli fans who don't have a tie back to the city or Campania or the South in general.
Yeah.
Of course.
I got to say, he might be on later, too. We have one guy in our group, Tony. You know what I'm talking about.
I know who. He's here. I saw him on there.
Joseph Analore. Is he in?
Yeah.
Right? Do you see him in?
I think I do.
Now, this guy had a choice, and he chose Napoli.
I think it was, you hear this story a lot, but I think it was like PlayStation related.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's been with them since what? Since like Serie C, right, or something like that.
Yeah. So Joe's story was actually no. I think his wife has is somehow his mother-in-law is Napolitan or something. But it was they're playing FIFA, and Joe says to his brother-in-law, "What are you picking this second division team for? Who are they?" And then and the love story just took off from there.
It was amazing to me because we all kind of like had somebody, but he chose Napoli, which is great.
But he chose them when they were in Serie B.
Yeah, so,
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's
good for him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We love having him in the group. He wasn't a social media guy. He only joined social media for the group.
Just for this.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long you been a club for? I know you guys. I saw your videos. I know you're doing a lot of meets. So can you tell me when you started your club?
Yeah, it was the away game. I mean, that's the second leg of recently Napoli-Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was.
And how many people did you have there?
It was really like what? Like it was four or five people there at that time. You know, maybe.
Yeah, no, it wasn't many. It was under a dozen.
Yeah, it was it. And it grew. I mean, you saw from the video, it grew. It just exploded. Yeah. We just started putting it out there, creating a group, and we created the Facebook group. When did we create the? Maybe in late March, I think it was. In late March, I think we created the Facebook group.
Yeah, something like that.
And that thing just got like overnight. We started getting like 100 members, and then we started looking. Oh, let's get people to come to our buddy's place at Blend where we went. And before you know it, the place is packed. It's crowded, and we're like, "Wow, this is awesome."
Yeah, we just started thinking of all the Napoli fans that we had maybe like little conversations with about at some point, and they were like, "Wait, I forgot. What about this guy?" And remember her and her husband, and then next thing you know, everybody's there.
That's crazy.
It's like a reunion.
I want to give a huge shout out to Rafa Rispo from the Napoli Rain. I don't know if you guys see his YouTube page. Thank you, Rafa, for watching. By the way, sei gonfiare di sempre.
Yep.
During interview, I remember he was saying. I remember I watched this video, and it was the two Rafas, and it was also Carmine, which has his group with Napoli fans, Toronto.
Oh yeah.
He has his own group as well. And this is one thing he said. He said it all takes maybe like about 5-10 people to start a group, and then maybe one day it blows up. Even if it doesn't blow up, but just to show how much your teams are supporting the beautiful game. And that's why I feel like we're doing, and I really appreciate what we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing to see, like how such a small team like Napoli, now the entire world's going to know who they are.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
100%. Beginning of the season, if you say Cavaschelli, you say, who is this guy? I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know who he was either. First two games, you said, OMG, who is this kid?
Yep.
And he would,
now you know him.
I remember after, I think 3-4 games after, he was getting offers, big time offers, 80 million, 100 million. And that's all it takes. And I feel like De Laurentiis, his philosophy is you take these kids that nobody knows, you build them superstars.
Yeah, that's how he does. That's how he does it. He doesn't splash the cash on I guess he has it occasionally.
Yeah, but we're not in the red. We're one of the teams that get it done.
Does it smart.
And we're not in the red.
Yep.
I mean,
no, of course.
And I mean, it's the thing is this. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you. As soon as we got word of Mertens, Insigne, Ospina, I was like,
"That's it."
I was like,
no, I really thought I was shocked. In more of my opinion,
I was like, "This is going to be a rebuilding." I said, "We're not
building." Yeah, I said,
"Yeah,
rebuilding year. All right, we'll do another year in purgatory of the Europa League, and then
that's where I was.
Limp through that, and then we'll see what we could do next time."
And I got to tell you, after all the years, like when watching them kind of like sometimes implode or just mentally like lose, like first we were talking a lot on our text message threads were always blowing up saying it's a mental thing with them, and sometimes they would lose in the last like second half of the game, or and then all of a sudden, I don't know, I think it was like right around Christmas time, January, I was like, we might actually win this whole thing.
Yep, that's when it was. For me, it was January.
Me, it was January too, because I was just waiting for the shoe to drop. I was just waiting for something to happen, and then all of a sudden in January it was like, I don't know, I was like Tiny Tim, like we can do it.
It's usually after the winter break, right?
And I was like,
we usually have that bad month.
Yeah.
And
But
came back and lost to Inter, and I was like, oh, here we go.
yeah,
I feel like a lot of fans, especially like Napoli fans, everyone's like, oh, they lost against Inter, and they were shocked, but they knew it. They knew it wasn't done yet. Obviously, like we had a huge point gap as we speak, but I feel like that loss against Inter helped us so much. It really rejuvenated this group. Like years past, one loss, maybe against Inter or a tie against a Lecce that we had, would just crumbled us down, and then we didn't know how to regroup. This squad, they knew how to come back and everything else. And I think this year we had the least losses, I believe, I think Serie A history, possibly.
I mean, it has to be. There was that one stretch, right? I mean, where I don't see how. It's quite possible. I haven't checked the records myself, but I mean, it is quite possible. There was a time period there where they just couldn't lose. You know,
no, I agree.
Oh, right, yeah. So that loss to I think Liverpool in that game that didn't mean anything. I think that was the first actual.
Yeah, that was the first loss for Napoli during that time. But in the Serie A, it was against Inter. Yes.
It was Inter, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and look at us now.
That's it.
I still can't believe it. It doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have a message from the Napoli Rand. They said Roma win was the start, and I agree 100%. And
the
key player we have to mention is Giovanni Simeone. Every game he comes off the bench, he either scores a goal, he gets an assist. That man was a war horse. And I don't know if you guys remember, but last year when it was Fiorentina against Napoli, when we beat Juventus in Torino, Simeone got a hat trick against us.
Yeah. Oh, that was 17. That was the 91 point season.
Yeah, that was when we got the 91 points. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a hard. I remember that because that came up on my news feed or my thread the other day, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah.
Look at us now.
For that.
I was like, look at us now. We all love him. You know.
Yeah.
And
now he's saving the day. I'm curious
to see who's the next guy in line that's gonna we're gonna love one day.
My next question I have for you guys is, I know we discussed how Napoli's chances were going into the season. We did discuss that. But did you think they would win the Scudetto, yes or no?
No.
Or you think it was destiny?
No, that's a hard no. That's absolutely not.
No, I'm going to be honest. I know there's plenty of fans out there saying that, you know, they're going to say, oh, yeah. No, I'm going to be honest.
No, I don't know who's saying that.
There's some, I knew all the whole time. I knew the whole, there's not anybody out there that knew. No. Listen, I always had faith we would probably finish top 4, get to Champions League again, you know. But again, just based off losing a lot of those key players, I didn't see how I could be positive going in. You know what I mean? So no, absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. I said, how can you move? How your team doesn't get better by losing Koulibaly?
Yeah, I agree. We have another guest.
There's our man from Blend right there.
There he is.
What's going on, fellas? How are you?
Are you doing Pasquale, right?
One.
Your name's Pasquale?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the 90-Minute Club. How you doing?
Great. I just wanted to say for a minute about Napoli and winning the Scudetto at the beginning of the season. I don't know if anyone really thought we were going to win this year, but I definitely supported De Laurentiis' decisions to let go of some of those players. I'm in a couple different groups, and everyone's, Papone. He's going to ruin the team. It's all about the money. I said, the guy's running a successful business. He brought us from C to A to Champions League. Let him do his job. Let them do their job. There's a reason for it. It's happening right. It's going to happen eventually. 1 more year, 2 more years, it's going to happen.
And
everyone's going, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. I'm like, there's no way. It's always getting progressively better.
No, I agree. I'm
proud of Pasquale. I thought for sure the minute you brought him in, he was going to be one of those guys. I knew it the whole time.
I'm not even gonna lie. This entire season, I barely watched a full game because I was like, I'm the black sheep. Every time I'm like into the season, 24/7, every game, it's like my stress level goes up, my blood pressure's through the roof. I was like, no, I got to take a break this year. I got other things happening. I said, no, I'm gonna I wouldn't even go watch the first half of the game with the guys. I'm like, I'll be there for the second half. It's bad luck for me. For some reason, I show up and we lose.
Yeah, he did say that.
Oh, my
he did say that.
God.
He's never there for the whole game.
Never.
He was never there for kickoff.
Never. Nope. But I'm happy for the team, and I hope no matter what happens in the offseason, and if Osimhen or somebody else maybe gets sold, they don't start all over again, because our team is in a very healthy place financially, and I think it keeps growing and growing. And De Laurentiis is not there. I don't think they're going to ever sell this team. I think it'll be from him. It'll go to his kids, and it'll just stay in the family. So that's what I hope to see, and I think they're going to keep trying to win. So without going crazy.
I'm sorry, Bashwar. We got a message from Joseph Alode. He states, I always believed in top four, though. Spalletti is a top four machine. Udinese, Roma, Inter, Napoli all reached top four. I didn't expect Udinese at all this year at all. But I feel like the way they played the first match against Milan, they gave, even though they lost, they gave a match. Udinese was a team that gave a little bit of pressure to Inter this year, and Milan, at times Roma. That's a tricky team.
Udinese had a
during the
nice
last match of the
run
season.
for 6 in a row, I think they had. They put together.
Very good team.
There,
I'm pretty sure we're the ones that broke that streak, but we went into that game, they were on a high.
Udinese has been rocking since they took Zapata from us. I mean, he's been a goal-scoring machine. He was good, and we'd go in as a sub from when he played for us. And since he went there and started every game, he's been dominating.
A little more to hold on to him.
I don't think he wanted to stay, and I don't think his role with us was.
No. I mean, Udinese should try to hold on to him.
No, I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
Well, he did good. He's been playing well and always scoring, and I think Napoli always had trouble with Udinese over the years anyway. So it's nice to see them put together a few good seasons.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. When I saw that they were then it became that they were going to be the clinching game. I never said, but I didn't feel great going to that day. I wasn't feeling good.
No.
I wasn't. So, but it worked out. It worked out.
No, I know. Thank God.
Yeah,
okay. Another question I have for you guys. Right, when we beat Juventus 1-0 in Turin. Right, I know it's controversial. People say because was the foul on Lobotka, wasn't it a foul? Di Maria's goal was clear, was it not? Raspadori scored. Did you think after the Raspadori goal we were going to win against Salernitana, or do you think we would have won the next match? What was your opinion?
I thought for sure. I thought it was going to be a layup, that Salernitana match.
I agree.
You know, I thought there's no way. I was even listening to the radio, and Elmas comes on and goes, "Look, if we have the opportunity, there's no chance we're losing." And I mean that we're going to drop points.
That's what fired me up. I thought they were going to come out guns blazing.
I never would have thought they were going to get a draw or anything less than a win. But whatever. I mean, so hats off to them too. Dia had a.
Yeah. I mean, they celebrated like they won God knows what, but
yeah, they did.
Good for them.
Listen, fellas, I got to log off. I get my kids to bed with my wife and help them out.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
All right. Shooting, why you?
Ciao. Forza Napoli.
Forza Napoli. We see you Sunday.
Like I was saying to you guys, I know you created this club, and I know you guys have a meet right in Hamilton, right?
Yeah, it's Pasquale's.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you something. The place is it's like a match made in heaven. I mean, they're Napoli fans. They're from Monte di Brogida. I forgot to tell you, Pasquale was just on from Monte di Brogida. His brother, the whole family. So they own Brothers Pizza. They own Blend, and they share a parking lot. And it's just it's a match, like I said, it's a match made in heaven. They're Napoli fan. They welcomed us with open arms. I mean, we're getting our own club banner installed in the place.
That's
soon.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's kind of like our home now. It's our home.
Yep.
It's like it's where we go every Sunday. You know, it's or wherever the games are. That's everybody knows that's where it is. That's where it happens for us.
Whoever's watching this Sunday at noon, right? This Sunday at noon. Napoli gets Inter at Blend in Hamilton. Please join this group. It's gonna be a fun time. My question for you is, we're gonna go back to the Udinese game, and when we conceded that goal, I think it was Lovre, and I think he scored I think that was the second or third goal in Serie A, I think. Did you think we were the club name is my club name is the 90-Minute Club, but their club name is Tifosi Napoli Club NJ.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll post that at the end of the video. I'm going to tag you guys. I'll take care of that. But the game against Udinese, when we conceded that goal, did you think we were going to come back, or you thought we're going to have to win against Fiorentina and the title will be decided at home?
I'll be honest with you. I was like, this game's ending 1-0. That's it. It gets dragged on again. We got to go. I mean, so you heard me in the club in the bar, Tone. I was like, how hard is it to get one effing point?
Yeah.
Point.
No, right. I thought that was it.
And
I thought that was it. I thought,
I was pulling my hair out.
Yeah, me too, I would say.
I said we'd have to play against Fiorentina, and I was like, you know what? Fiorentina's not looking so bad right now either, so that might not work out for us either.
Yeah.
But and I mean, let's be honest. Since the international break, starting with that 4-0 to Milan,
it's been a different team.
It's been a different team.
It's actually the team I thought we were going to have going into this.
Yeah,
season.
exactly.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
It's actually
lately
the way I thought things were going to go all season long, and like it's almost like my worst nightmare coming true, because like we started so strong. I was like, this is incredible, and then like I'm watching since the break, and I'm like, this is the team I was afraid of that I had in my mind. This is it right here, and now I'm concerned going in the next season. I mean, let's. It doesn't take much. Like these coaches are incredible. They could figure out, but now I feel like everybody on the pitch now has almost figured it out. Like if we don't have Osimhen and go out on the field at the same time, I almost feel like it's not that you lose something completely, because you do have Simeone, you do have Raspadori, but for the 90, the starting 11, it's a different tempo. It's a different. Those two together are just such a double threat, and I feel that's why Cavada gets so much open space sometimes.
It's deal. Seems like
no, I agree. Listen. It's like it's a cornetto and Udella. You got to have one without the other. You know what I mean? It's perfection. But I feel like for me I feel like Cavada is such a great player, but I feel like after the international break, I feel like too much pressure on him, because he didn't have Osimhen the game against Milan, and I feel like, in my opinion, something that would have benefited him, and then maybe next year, would him to switch to wings. Instead of him playing on the left, he plays on the right. Maybe he switches up a little bit. Maybe one game he has to play center. So that way, because that game against Milan, it was the first leg, we played Elmas as a center striker. I thought it wasn't a great choice. I feel like we should have played Raspadori starting, or maybe what they should have done is put Polidano in the center, or they could have played a front two and they changed the whole formation as it is. Because I feel like a front three without the main striker, that's why I feel like hurt us the game against Milan, the first game in the Champions League.
I like the formation. I just Tony will tell you. I mean, you say it yourself, Tony. I'm not an Elmas fan. Never. I
don't know.
I don't like him starting. I don't like him.
No,
I love him
starting. Off the bench, he's perfect, but starting up.
He can't. No, but he can't start. And he can't start in the prima punta position.
Especially in a game like that in the Champions League.
No. I think Raspadori was just coming off an injury or something.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, he wasn't 100%. He wasn't 100%. And for some time there, I actually thought Osimhen, even when they put him back in, I still don't think he was at 100%, to be honest with you. I mean, he finally got there, but I still don't feel like he was at 100% sometimes, where he just couldn't find his stride after being sidelined for a while or so. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
We'll never know. That's all insider information.
I like to see Alma start more games. I guess the small clubs, like Atalanta, Udinese, those games, absolutely, see how it goes with that. And then maybe in the future, he would start against Juventus, Inter, Milan. But, you got to start with the smaller clubs first in order to start with those big clubs, That's my opinion.
I like him off the bench. I like what he brings when we need that boost in the midfield.
Of course, I agree. Like the away game against Atalanta, he played phenomenal. The game against Lecce, he scored the goal. He's a key player. Yeah, he has a great first touch. His first touch is excellent. However, in my opinion, I feel like when it comes to making that run or giving that split, that's where I feel like he struggles a little bit with when he has to start a game or just get that tempo going.
Who was that? Was that Pasquale that was just in it?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, kick him out.
For me, something I feel like we need as a club is, let's say if God forbid Osimhen gets injured, as we've seen, we need somebody at the center striker's position, just one more person. I know Simeone was injured, I know Raspadori, but you need a secondary guy to be that second key striker.
I agree.
Because God forbid he gets injured, we're going to be screwed.
That's exactly. That's the thing.
I mean, are we though? Because we went 7-0 the first half of the season without him. We played 7 games without him, and we had a perfect record, including the Milan game.
No, I agree, Tony. Like I said, I agree. But at the end of the day, it always can't be luck. You start the same guys, and it doesn't go well.
Maybe 11 day in and day out, and especially now knowing next year you got a target on your back. You won the Scudetto. You're going to play a full second schedule now of Champions League again.
Of course.
And you just need that. You need that depth. You need that depth. You need those options. You need those threats. Like when you need that feeling when Osimhen comes out for the other players on the field to be not like have a sense of almost relief, but to be like, oh shit, who's coming in?
No, I agree.
Yeah, I thought we had that with Cholito. I thought he had it covered, but down the stretch, this most recent Osimhen injury, and didn't work out for him so great.
No,
No, I agree.
But the first half of the season when he got injured during the Liverpool game,
and let's not forget,
Simeone picked up the slack for him while he was gone.
Let's not forget.
And they didn't do it the second time.
You may not. Well, let's not forget. Osimhen may not even be an option.
Yeah, right.
No, that's what we need to figure out too as well, because we need to buy. Let's say if Osimhen is there, we buy a second striker, and then the next year after that, he's going to be the next big guy. At least we have somebody.
I mean, me personally, on my wish list, I love Berardi from Sassuolo.
Berardi's so good. I don't understand why he's playing for Sassuolo. Like, I don't get it what he's doing.
I love when I watch him play. I love him, and I'd give anything to see him in a Napoli jersey next year.
I think he's kind of got that like Beppe Mascara or Antonio Di Natale mentality of just stick with what you know. Maybe he just doesn't want to. I guess Di Natale is a bad example because they went to Champions League a few times, but some players just like staying with the smaller clubs and staying comfortable there.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
For me, Scamacca. Scamacca, when he's healthy, he's a different beast. And I feel like when Scamacca went to West Ham, right?
Same.
Yeah, when he went to West Ham, the transition did not work for him at all.
Yeah, usually it doesn't for Italians going to England.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Only Balotelli, for me, in my opinion, was the only one that did something.
There's a ton of rumors floating around. I mean, the one rumor I'm a teacher, so
yeah.
when today, all my kids, they love the Premier League, all that stuff. So I got one kid who's a Chelsea fan. He comes in, he goes, "Hey, Mr. Crony, I hear my guy that I love, Pulisic's going to be on Napoli next year." And I was like, "I don't know." And I didn't say that. I was like, "I hope not." But I said, like, I mean, he's a great striker, but I don't know if he's a fit. I don't know if he can stay healthy. Those are all question marks. I mean, I think he's great, but I do like that ADL put it out there that he wants that American.
He wants an
striker.
American, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the market
He said
thing,
he said un americano, un giapponese, which means an American and somebody that's Japanese.
Yeah, because I mean, think of
marketing right there.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh my
that's
God.
not so much tactical.
I'll tell you right now, I walk around the hallways of my school next season, I'm going to have probably 20 kids with Pulisic Napoli jerseys on.
I mean, listen, I feel like that would be such a great thing, especially United States, to develop the game, because you're having an American playing in Europe, which, by the way, Serie A is a very competitive league. You're seeing a different winner almost every season. And also the fact that if Pulisic comes to Serie A, more TV games will be televised on national TV.
100%.
Maybe we'll get some games on CBS. Maybe CBS Sports Network will get more games involved. And that way, Serie A, maybe they could do something, the NFL announcers could announce for Serie A, and Serie A could do vice versa, just as a parody thing one day,
Yeah.
just to see. But I feel like it will flow very well for Pulisic and Napoli. I like that a lot.
I mean, I would love to see the exposure. I mean, ADL's not stupid. He knows.
Yeah, I mean, I like it
No,
from
I agree.
marketing
I agree.
standpoint.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Standpoint.
I don't know if he can hang.
It's a
Serie A.
slam.
I don't
slam
know.
dunk.
Does he even? Can't say I follow Premier League too much, but does he play that often for Chelsea?
I mean, not much. Not much at
right?
all.
No, not much. So
Okay, and Chelsea's in 11th place.
yeah,
Yeah, right now it's
Okay.
bad. Right now it's bad.
yeah. But the guy gets called up every time for the
Well,
national team.
Well, yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but on the U.S. national team, who do they have? Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like they don't have that big time striker. They don't have that big time player.
No.
But I mean,
But I
I'm
feel like-
still eligible too.
Yeah. You're eligible. Get out of here.
I'm still available. I don't see anybody knocking my door down. No, but no, you're right.
No, I know. I know the U.S. national team. They just got this guy Beluga, the kid from England, whatever his name is.
Yeah. But
I never heard of him. I hope he does well, though. I hope he does well. Maybe he might be the next big thing. Who knows?
I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
I get so caught up in Serie A, I can't follow.
No,
him
I
at all.
agree.
But when I heard the guy's name, and then my kids, I see his jersey all over the place with I'm like, maybe this might be nice to see a couple of Napoli jerseys in the hallway for the kids in America, and
No, I agree, of course.
No, pretty cool.
I feel like nowadays, like, you remember like 40 years ago, who was wearing soccer jerseys? Not many people were.
No.
Besides, Messi or Ronaldo. Now you're seeing, Pulisic, you're seeing Mane, Lewandowski.
Holland.
Now you're seeing Osimhen once in a while. You're seeing a Kvaratskhelia. Like, it's a beautiful thing to see, especially the game growing in the United States.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like we need.
Yeah. I mean, we see him every Sunday, but that's a limited pool.
Yeah, but that's just us. I'm saying, outside of us, you're seeing it.
It's incredible. Like like when I'm at school, I see these kids coming in. I'm like, wow. All right.
Yeah. Same with me too. I see it all the time. I see kids with Man City jerseys, Bayern Munich. It's crazy.
It's always the Premier League, though, man. It's always, and of course, the one jersey I never want to see. Of course, if it's a Serie A jersey, which is the one you think I see walking around the hall?
Juventus.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well.
Those kids come to class. I'm like, just sit over there, sit in the back. Like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Sit in the back where I can't see it. So, yeah. Ronaldo went to Juve, and it was
I agree.
cockroaches in my school. Everyone had a Juventus Ronaldo jersey on. It was.
No, I agree.
I think we could be there next year. I think we could be one of those teams. I think we could be a team like that. I really do.
Yep.
Yeah. So my next question for you is, what was your favorite match of the season Napoli played? One Serie A match, one Champions League match.
All right. You go first.
Yeah,
Tom.
I got you. So my favorite Serie A match was Napoli-Roma.
Really? Yes, for me. The home game, right?
The away game was great. Roma-Napoli was good. That Osimhen goal was something else. But for me, it was the second game in Naples. That was the one. That's for me when I feel like I knew that it was that it was a good chance.
Everyone keeps saying that one. That was the game that they knew.
That was the one.
I still was like, I gotta wait. I'm not.
That was the one. I think that put us at 15 or 18 up.
Yeah,
or something.
I think it was around 15 to 18 right there.
Yeah, so that's when they said, okay, this is going to be tough for anybody to come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you, Vittorio? What was your Serie A game?
Oh, that's 5-1 Juve. The one we killed them.
And somebody just said that as a C Marco, 1926, said Napoli at 5-1 was orgasmic.
Absolutely.
Same thing with Joseph Halore.
I mean, it was like Christmas, my birthday, and like winning World War II all rolled up into one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
yes.
You know, and you just bottled it and shot it in their face. Like, I was just so happy. I know you might probably have some Juve fans watching, but you guys deserve it, you know.
You got it coming. No,
yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, it coming.
That was good.
So. What about Champions League match? What was your favorite Champions League match?
The first Liverpool match.
I can't deny that.
First one.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
That's the same.
I can't deny that.
One, yeah. The first one.
Yeah.
Watching Simeone get that goal, even though it was mostly Kvara with that assist, but nonetheless, Simeone with the tap in, then he kissed his tattoo. Like he's
how crazy was that?
Yeah.
Simeone comes in the game. And I think he did an interview a couple days ago, and he was with his father, and he said, "My dream was always to play the Champions League," and his father did. He comes in after, I think, 5-10 minutes, and then he scores.
Yeah. And
the emotions that came down, as soon as that happened, I knew Napoli was going to win the group that day. I knew it just from a heartbeat.
Yep.
The Ajax game was phenomenal as well. We went down 1-0, and then we just came back out of nowhere with 6 goals. And
it was 6.
I was like, oh, OMG.
Yeah. I don't think there's many people that will tell you a different game.
I agree.
For Champions League. But, I mean,
yes.
You know, that was just – and like you said, the emotion on his face, that picture was like everywhere for a week.
Yes.
Yeah. That was incredible.
For me, the Serie A game, for me, it's Napoli-Atalanta. When Kvaratskhelia, he put down 4 or 5 defenders and puts it down the top left corner. That goal, I was with the Tri-State Napoli group, and we were at a restaurant called Luna in Nutley, and the place was erupting. It was so bad that one of the signs actually broke in the store. It was so much fun. It was a great time. But that goal for me, I knew since that goal went in, the Scudetto's ours.
And I love the comparison, like the next day with the Maradona being gone.
Oh yeah, the Maradona against Belgium. Yeah,
remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The picture they did, the side-by-side picture, and I was just like, I was all smiles. When I saw that. That was incredible.
For me, when Kvaratskhelia did that, it reminded me so much of what Hamsik did against Milan. I remember his first year, he breaks down 2 or 3 defenders, and then he puts the butt. It reminded me of the same goal, same exact thing. And
from midway,
he plays the same way Hamsik too, the same exact way, in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, no, it was that was incredible. Yeah, it was incredible. But he was.
I mean, since you bring it up, that had to be goal of the season.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right.
That was my next question.
Right.
That was my next question. What's goal of the season for me? Kvaratskhelia against Atalanta, goal of the season. Hands down, nobody will touch that goal.
I mean, my favorite goal was also against Udinese when and the wait was over. The wait was over, and we clinched. I mean,
right, but the best goal had to be
the best
Kvara.
one. Yeah, the highlight one.
Yes,
it was the best. But emotionally, for me, because I was just so drained at that point when he finally scored, because I said it before. I was like, I had no faith going in that game that we were going to win that game. And then
Yes.
when they got it, I was like, I mean, you saw me. I was crying. I was like, oh my God. You know.
Joseph Alores said, I started to half believe after 3-2 against Udinese. That was a weird game. A very weird game. I think we conceded first. Then out of nowhere, Juan Jesus scores on a corner kick.
No.
Then Chucky Lozano.
We were winning 3-0.
No, against Udinese. That was the home game.
The home game.
We were down 1-0. Then the game 1-1.
We were winning 3-0 and then gave up 2 towards the end.
No, because Ozzy Man scored in the 83rd minute, 84th minute to win the game.
Okay.
Ozzy Man won the game. That's what I remember. But Lozano scored at 2 deflections in the box, and then Ozzy Man scores with a deflection off the goalie's shoe, goes in. But and then Joseph also says back pass to Di Lorenzo from Kvaratskhelia in the Champions League against. That for me is best assist of the season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. And he had an off game that day too.
He did.
That back pass.
He missed the penalty too that day.
Oh my God, that was
one of.
Never thought in a million years I'd see that.
If there's one thing I never want to see. I'm sorry, Kvaratskhelia never to shoot a penalty ever again. I don't think he should be the PK taker.
No,
in my opinion.
I mean, listen, there's guys that are great strikers, and it's just not their thing.
No, I agree.
It's just not their thing. I mean, it doesn't take anything away from them. You know, you got 10 other guys on the pitch that can take the shot. So what,
they're not much better. I mean, I can't tell you who's a good penalty taker.
Ozzy Man, not so much either.
No, maybe Lozano's one.
Polidano for me. Polidano's my PK taker.
I don't think he's missed any this year, but the ones he scored, I didn't think were that convincing.
They weren't convincing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You got to get the ball back to the net.
Yeah, right.
And that's the reality. That's something that Polidano does. Like he steps up, and he's just so cold. He goes up there. I feel when Kvaratskhelia gets up there, I feel like he's like, he has this thing I'm going to miss. Like he already knows he's going to miss when he goes up there. Like against Milan, the second leg of the Champions League. Imagine he scored that PK, and then Osimhen scored. We would have been overtime.
That's it.
And maybe history would have been changed.
Yeah.
And we would have played Inter and possibly in the final. Maybe.
Yeah.
But obviously we can't change history. We got to go with the flow as we speak.
But these penalties were rough on us this year.
Yeah. But I think next year they'll like I said, off-season acquisitions.
They'll figure it out, obviously, as it goes.
I mean, that's something that's going to, I feel, improve for us.
Who was your favorite signing of this year that changed Napoli this season?
Well, for me, Kim.
Yes, Kim Min-jae, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Kim Min-jae, the way he stepped up and he played the same role like Koulibaly, maybe even better for me. I feel he changed the dynamic of the team.
I was just so because it was like, oh man, we lost Koulibaly. That's like then this guy comes in, and you're always going to compare him to him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's why I kind of also feel bad for Juan Jesus and these guys when they come in and play, because he plays at such an incredible level. And I mean, already with the talks of now maybe losing him, I'm like, we're not going to get lucky twice.
I agree.
We're not going to get that lucky twice. And it's.
I think Ostigard is licking his lips though with the thought of Kim moving on.
Yeah, he is.
I think that he'll be the one to step up.
No,
I hope you're right.
I agree. I hope to God he does. Yeah. We'll see. And I'm going to be honest. For the time he played, even the Champions League, he scored a goal. He played good.
No, he did all right.
For the little minutes he got, he stepped up and he did his job.
Yeah, he had a couple goals too, I think, this year.
It's a small, sample. It's a small sample. Like I'm going to be interested in seeing him play like 10 full 90 minutes. See what we get.
Yes, yes. Obviously, we know Kvaratskhelia, at all the signings, he was the best one. We know that.
He's the best one.
Did we expect it? Not at all. I had no idea. For me, I was really happy when we signed Simeone because I remember that game against Fiorentina when he scored a hat-trick against us. I was saying to myself, I was like, I wish we had him. And then I think the year before that, he played for the year after he played for Verona, right? I think.
We went to Cagliari and Verona after Fiorentina.
Yeah, he played for Verona. And I remember when he scored against us, I was like, I wish this kid was on our team. And when he signed, I was so happy. Raspadori, you kind of had an expectation of what he did, and good God Almighty. What's something about Raspadori is he scored 2 game winners this year, one against Spezia and one against Juventus, which, for my opinion, was the goal that pretty much said, oh, we won the Scudetto. It's pretty much in the bag, pretty much, in my opinion.
That's when the party started.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much, in my opinion.
Yeah, he started the party with that. He definitely did.
Yeah,
I agree
that
with
Juventus one.
Yeah.
However,
and that was a blown-out transfer. That was a
yes. Nobody expected it all.
No, I thought it was another James Rodriguez situation.
No, I agree. 100%.
The drawn-out. He started, I think, a game for Sassuolo this season. His first game of the year. I think he was on the field for them.
I'm not sure. No, we signed him. We signed him before. I don't know if he played for Sassuolo. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I know even like the Verona game, something with Simeone too. He had just come over or something, or
yeah. I know he just came over. I think it was like a day or so after.
Right.
I think it was. Yeah.
They were deadline day signings. Those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, if there's something I don't want to see, I guess from the Napoli organization and the fans as well, celebrating too early. Because I feel like what it was, we celebrated too early, and then it's against Juventus, we already celebrated, the Scudetto's ours, and against Salernitana, we tied 1-1. However, I watched, I don't know if you guys watch IFTV, Marco Messina and all them, on their podcast. There was the guy Ludo. He's a Napoli fan. He was on there. Ludovico. And this is what he said. He said, Il Maggio è il giorno dei Santi. He said, May is the day of the saints. And that was the day that Napoli won the title. It was on May 4th. Mm-hmm. That's something he said. And when he said that, now I get it. And I feel like it was more destiny. But it was also a beautiful thing of what the Napoli organization did. On Thursday, they allowed fans to come in, to watch the game on the big screens of the stadium, and made it feel like, Napoli was playing in that stadium, but they weren't. It was a psychological thing, but what a beautiful festival they did.
Yeah, ADL's been wanting to do that for away games.
Yeah. I feel like that's something that should transition and be a thing going in the future.
Yeah, definitely for big matches. Oh, yeah. Why not?
I thought it was great for Champions League matches, all those. I think.
Of course.
And you know how Italy is, how away fans are banned half the time anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So might as well make him go to the stadium and get some extra money. I feel like the problem with that is I feel like you would have to hire more people for cleaning the stadium and security and everything else, and would they have the money and infrastructure to support that? And I don't know how that would meet by standards and regulations. I don't know how that's going to work.
It can't all be €5, I guess.
That was a one and done.
All those proceeds. It was only $5 to get in, and it was all to charity.
I'm not saying $5. I'm saying in the future for them. Let's say in Serie A they have an away game. Let's say it's Milan. Everyone will go and watch the game there. I understand. Obviously, the price will go more. But then after that,
you have to do it for
certain matches. They can't have it for every match. Okay, every away match you got to watch in the stadium. That's impossible. I don't think that will work either, though.
Yeah,
I'm not going to I don't think people will show up to the stadium to watch them play Lecce away.
Yeah,
but big matches could bring in some money. But you can't. You obviously got to charge more than €5 to do it.
I think.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he was. Listen, it was like we were about to clinch, so
Right,
that's why
sure.
I did it. But I think going ahead, he's proven he's a pretty smart businessman. I think he's definitely gonna price it right to make sure, that he comes out on top on that, not getting into the red, so to speak.
Sure.
When Napoli won the Scudetto that day against Udinese,
No.
in the location, did you guys like Did you guys like do a sfilata? Did you guys like drive your cars around, or like, what did you guys do? Did you guys
There
play music?
may or may
What did you guys
not
do?
have been some fireworks.
Yeah.
Pasquale can answer. You
Yeah.
ask him about that.
Yeah. There was some boat.
No, it was wild. It was wild. It was.
I think we broke some stuff. No.
No, it was nuts.
It was pretty unbelievable, man. I mean, it was that's the one great thing. We always have that place. Every time we go there, we'll know that that's where we saw it. That's where it happened for us, And I think that's one thing that brings us together too. Is that place is always going to be our home for us. There.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
we can. It's a sure thing.
It's. I'll say this. I think I might be talking big talk here. I don't want to, put any pressure on Pasquale Antonio, but I think 3 or 4 years from now becomes the Ribalta of New Jersey.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I don't want to put any pressure on Antonio or Pasquale, but I said I think, and it's not that they really have to do much, but I think it just naturally and organically, I think, 4 or 5 years from now, it maybe even becomes the Ribalta of New Jersey. So we'll see.
Yeah, you can see that. I mean, it's got potential. We got the numbers.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think it's something that could definitely happen. I mean, hey, New York's got their Ribalta. I think New Jersey's going to have its blend.
Yeah. Of course, I agree. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Definitely next year, if there's a game on a Saturday, I'll definitely meet up with you guys and we'll make that happen.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. We've been talking about some things for next season already, so we can't wait to let people know about it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Maybe we could do like a live video when we're there. Actually, that'll be pretty cool too. Like a live reaction video, getting that going.
Absolutely.
We're gonna skip Napoli. Now we're gonna go to the Champions League final. Man City, Inter. Who do you think wins?
Man City.
Yeah, come on. That's City. And
I know everyone thinks City's going to win. Inter on PKs.
Really?
Inter on PKs. I don't know. I mean, especially I feel like this match is going to be so focused on. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be Haaland against Lukaku or Martinez. For me, it's Lautaro Martinez against Julian Alvarez. The two winners of the World Cup, one of them will have the World Cup and Champions League combined. Like, what a story that's going to be.
Yeah.
For one of the
that'll
two
be
players.
like what's his name in Varane, I think, was in 18. He won it with
Varane for Real Madrid. Yeah.
He had it with Real, and then again with France. But excuse me.
What were you saying?
It's City.
I think it's City. I think
it's City.
Too.
And
I agree.
Not close.
I mean, it's for me, everyone's picking City, but for me, it's just. I mean, they're incredible.
They're incredible. They're about to three-peat, and they might even win the They won the FA Cup, right, or whatever that other cup they had.
I think they did. Yeah.
Could be a treble for them. I don't see him missing up.
Last thing before we sign off. Last thing. The World Cup logo was announced yesterday. It's just plain black with the numbers 26. What do you guys think of it?
I mean, it's hard. It's pretty safe, I guess.
You're being
a little plain.
You're being nice. I feel like
it's way too bland.
Yeah.
Way too bland.
You're being nice.
Okay.
Come on. I could have made that on my Adobe Pixel thing on my computer. They paid somebody to make that. I'm not going to be nice about it. I'm sorry.
That's insane.
I'm not going to be nice.
They could have did a little more, right?
Sat
No,
in
it was
the
a
room
little
for
plain.
days thinking about a design, and that's what they came up with. Come on.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I still can't believe that. But the Europa League final, Europa League final, Roma against Sevilla. What a game that's going to be. Juventus is knocked out. I mean, that's a good thing. I feel like, in my opinion, it would have been cool to see.
It's a good thing for everybody.
Yeah, it would have been a good thing to see Juventus Roma in the final. It would have been pretty cool,
Yeah,
though.
that would have been nice. I think it would have made our Scudetto even a little bit better, knowing that all these Italian teams are in the final, and we won the league, which they all belong to.
Yeah.
But
and then the Conference League.
Nice.
It's just Juve's fault. They just forgot to pay the bill, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
And then in the Conference League, Fiorentina came back from 3 goals down. What a game that was.
That was something. Awesome. Yeah, that was something. Hats off to Italiano and Rocco Camiso. They're doing a good job over there.
Awesome. I think that's just about it. I really appreciate you guys coming on. It was amazing to have you two on. Thank you so much, Vittorio. Thank you so much, Tony.
You got it.
Shout out to them. Tifosi Napoli Club NJ. They're going to have a meet this Sunday against Inter, which will be at noon at Blend in Hamilton. Meet them there. From the 90-Minute Club, we salute to you. Forza Napoli.
Forza Napoli.
Napoli.
See you guys.